All right, so we know when we start reading a nonfiction book that one of the very first pages we come to is the table of contents. And a table of contents tells us the chapter for each section we are going to read about. And the way I have made this is each page is going to be its own chapter. That way we can move and turn to the exact part of our book that we are writing about, and then we know exactly where each component is. So we're going to fill this in daily. You're only going to do one page at a time, so don't worry, you don't have to fill everything in today. But our first part for table of contents, we're going to click on this one, is going to be page 1. Well, what is page 1? Let's click there quick. This is going to be page 1 of our Sun, Moon, and Earth book. And this is a diagram of the Earth, Moon, and Sun. So let's go back to our table of contents. And I want you to fill in this first box, say diagram of the Earth, Moon, and Sun. And something you're probably going to notice is I have capitals to start most of the words in this title. It's the title of the page because it's a title. Look up at my title here, Table of Contents. Table is an important word. So is contents. That's why both of them are capitalized. Of is what we call a preposition. We're going to learn about that later this year. But of is just sort of one of those filler words. It tells us the part, or it tells us where something is. So if we look down here at the title of this page that we're going to be using today, it says diagram. Well, that's important, isn't it? Our reader needs to know that they're going to check out a diagram, which is a picture that has labels on it. Of, now that's another preposition, and so remember that's not important, so it's lowercase. The, that's an article, and again, it's not important. You see the in almost every sentence, right? So it's just one of those filler words that helps us to understand if something's a noun and so on. Earth, very important word, isn't it? Because this is about the Earth, so we're going to capitalize Earth. Moon, we're going to capitalize moon. Again, very important. And is a conjunction. We see and all of the time, so it's not that important. So it's lowercase. Sun, again, very important because that's what this is about. So that's capitalized. Now, you also can see that I have commas. So commas are placed in between items in a series. And that would be things like if I give you a list, maybe I say, oh, could you bring me a water, a sandwich, and chips? That's a list. And I'm going to put a comma in between each of those things that I want you to bring me. So I have Earth, comma, Moon, comma, whoops, I didn't put a comma there, and Sun. So now there's a comma after each one of the things in my list. And again, we're going to learn about that in more detail this year. But for today, we want to make sure that we have that here. So what I would like for you to do today is you are going to just fill in the very first page of your table of contents, which says diagram of the Earth, Moon, and Sun. And then on the next video, we're going to do the diagram. So do the table of contents, first line, and then watch the next video so you can figure out how to do the diagram.